Yes, people. Welcome to Never a Foul. You know what it is. Big up all the NAF army, all the members. We are actually officially announcing the membership tonight at 11 p.m. The members chats only just come through now, by the way, Michael. I just see it in the corner of my eye. They only come through on StreamYard because we use StreamYard as a third-party thing for YouTube, and that's how we highlight comments like this as quick as that. It's a bit hard to actually get towards, so sorry about that if it does come up or not. Ty will be here in a moment. Obviously, I'm joined by Monts, and we're going to talk about his shit show over at Liverpool at the moment of time and everything else that's surrounding football transfer news, which is quite a lot. And just to run through a bit of news, Harry Kane deadline, Sofia and Amrabat is out of the Fiorentina game, confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, saying it's probably imminent with Man United as soon as Fred and Donny van der Beek will leave. We'll talk about that. In the title, as you can see, Chelsea eyeing up Caicedo, something close to 100 million. The unknown club is rumored to be Liverpool, and they didn't want to be getting their name chucked out there because now the Lavia stuff is all up in the air. They're reluctant to go to 50 million, apparently. Andre is a new alternative. Drewsbury-Hall, Juventus and Partey, that's back on the table potentially, which is kind of crazy. They're talking about 37 million pounds. Bernardo's getting a new contract, but Pep Guardiola has made a statement about it. There is so much transfer news today, and I don't think I can even get through it all in one breath. But if you are here, make sure you smash the like button. And as always, you have to support our friends. Our friends like Monts and Big Six Bands. Link in the description. It's the one at the very top, as per usual. But yeah, Ty will be in a moment. And I ran a poll, and it says, who do you prefer, Cass, Monts, or Ty? Cass got 55%. Who wins out of Ty and Monts? Who won? Monts?
I'm seen as the most deluded and shameless. Obviously, I'm going to get the least.
Oh, well, you're 32%, my guy.
Fair enough. Are they still voting now, or is the vote done?
Look at this guy, man. He's all the way in Spain. Look at this guy, fam.
Brother.
He's got a better connection in Spain than he does on the UK soil.
Hey, real talk.
Man is overseas. What are you telling me, bro? Is
that Sunny D?
They've got the classic.
Sunny D, say.
Man's got the Sunny D.
What, without the sugar tax? What do you say, without the sugar tax?
Spain is...
No, I just know that it's not healthy.
Yeah. It's definitely sugar.
That's the one.
I'm having to hold the mic. It's bare sunny behind me, but obviously the lighting's not showing it, but it's bare hot, man. But big up everyone inside. Make sure you like the video. But Cass, at least we know it works.
Yeah, at least we know it works, man.
Good months as well. But yeah, bless up.
Come on, bro.
All right, but we're just talking. I'm tired. There's hella transfer news today, man. Have you scoped it?
Bro, there is so much.
On a Friday from 9 a.m. to this morning till right now.
Literally, like, I don't even know if we're going to have time to even talk on it all today. You might have to do some tonight with Daps.
I know. That's the craziest part, man. I'll be real. Robbie says Amrabat has joined the stream. Oh, he's taking a piss.
All right, everyone's calling me Amrabat. A few group chats calling me Tyrabat.
Oh my god,
that's Tyrabat.
Tyrabat, you know.
Yeah, what are you saying about Spain at the moment?
Nah, it's good, man. Proper hot. The pool literally is just like 10 seconds away. Like, I don't know if I could, if I move it over there. The pool is literally there. See that gate there?
Mm-hmm.
In the back, that's literally the pool there. So I just got my own key, and then I just go through to there.
You know when you got the hedges around, you know you're in a good place, isn't it?
Yeah, real talk.
I mean? That's gone a bit, though, Ty. That's gone a bit.
Now it's gone. Now it's gone dark. Oh, look, they're doing me.
Yeah, we need the light shining on you. I need the overtime view. I need the overtime.
There's no light. I should even have moved the laptop. But that's good though, man. It's good though. I can't lie. Yeah, it's nice. Only hour difference. So yeah, it's all right, man. I'm gonna be watching the Premier League opening games from here. We've got English TV, luckily as well, so I can watch the Community Shield and that. So that's all right.
Yeah, that's very true. But yeah, man, I don't even know where to start, but I might as well start with the first part of that.
I'm going to leave and come back to hopefully my things clear up. 1 sec. I'll come back.
Yeah, go do your thing. I don't know when to start, but I'm going to have to talk about this Caicedo stuff first because I was thinking Chelsea were going to pull out the whole whole shebang, right? Chelsea fans were adamant that they're going to go back, especially Greasy's like, we're going to go get our man. Alex says we're going to go get our man. A lot of people were saying that they're going to go back in. It's looking likely that, that they're going to go back in with something close to 100 million. Maybe it might be like a 85, 90 million bid with a lot of add-ons. Brighton are not budging. There's a secret club involved as well that we don't know about. Wait, you guys got Amrabat? Not yet. What are you saying? What are you saying, Monts, man? 100 million. Is this guy really worth 100? We get onto our other players that obviously went for big money. Anthony, big money. Maguire went for big money. Declan Rice recently went for big money. Grealish in his first season, we was killing him. So what are we saying is he worth every single penny?
Caicedo.
100%.
He ain't worth nowhere near 100 million. I think what I'd say is that I think Declan Rice is overpriced, but I understand his price tag. Does that make sense? I can understand his price tag despite being overpriced. With Caicedo, I have to be objective about it. Potential-wise, I feel like every penny you pay is going to be worth it in the future if he can stay on his trajectory. But if you look at the record of Brighton players after they've left, the last Caicedo was just the new Basuma. He's the new Basuma. Fair enough, Basuma only went for 20 M's, but Basuma was that guy. Easily could have gone for bigger money and way more money, and it didn't really work out. Maybe because he went to Spurs. Maybe he went to the wrong club. I don't know. I think Caicedo, where he goes, I think because he's a bit more versatile, being able to play 8, 6, and right back, I don't think it will matter too much what club he goes to because of his versatility. However, if we're talking price range, I think if you're just looking at the player and his quality, I'm looking at about 65, 70 M's. You can maybe 10 million add-ons, maybe in it, but
in this market,
it's so small. The reason I said Declan Rice, I think Declan Rice is overpriced, and at least Declan Rice has 3-4 years of a sample size to look at already. Like Caicedo has a year and a third in sample size.
Yeah,
I'm going to argue that, Monts. You're saying that he's only got a year in sample size, yeah? But look how good he's been in that year sample size. I don't think sample size matters when it's Caicedo, because how good he's been in that year, we're already talking about one of the best Premier League midfielders at the moment in today in the Premier League. So for me, how good he's been in a sample size of a year, we're talking about maybe for me, I think he's better than Declan Rice. But Declan Rice has done 4 or 5 years. He's also come through the English Academy. Don't you think that's actually sick for Caicedo to do what he's done in a year? So I actually think he's done sick.
That's what I said. I rate what he's doing right now, but I've seen too many players fall off after 1 year, 1.5.
So you know Caicedo's not going to be that type of player.
I can't say that because when Sancho came over, I was like, yes, he's back in the Prem. He's been fucking it up. Do you know how many men have come over or have had a good year and I've just gone, how?
Okay, I like this. Me and you're going to argue then here in a good way. I like it.
I'm going to say this though, yeah. I've gone back.
Because basically you're saying about Sancho, right? Sancho played in a Man City youth team, right? The football they play is different to most teams in the Premier League. He then goes to Germany and then comes back here. But if you look at the way Caicedo plays the game, yeah, if I said to you pick his top 3 attributes in terms of ball winning, his energy, his every one of his top attributes is what you need to succeed in the Premier League. When Jadon Sancho came in, I know it was an exciting signing, but us as Man United fans and even Cass was not saying, yeah, we expect him to light it up straight away. Because he's not like Heung-min Son or Rashford or St. Maximin where they're just going to drive it, man, commit players, have that energy up and down. Sancho is more of a technical player, but I feel like with Caicedo, he's got all the attributes that you want in the midfield. He goes to Liverpool straight away and you're number 6. You are gassed. He goes to Arsenal if they sign him now. They are gassed. Even if he went to Man City, even though he's not their type of player, they are gassed. If you come to Man United, I am gassed. He gives you all them gas feelings because everyone knows what his traits are in the Premier League.
He does. He does. I'm not saying Caicedo is a bad player. I think Caicedo is an excellent player. I think he had a better season than Declan Rice as well.
What's your issue with it? The price?
That's one thing we agree on is Caicedo's current quality. My thing is that his price tag, again, for me, similar to Vardio as well. The sample size doesn't represent the price tag. I think we're right to gas him, but the man hasn't stepped on foreign soil. In terms of Europa League Champions, he ain't stepped on foreign soil. You know what I'm saying? And we was looking at Basuma in the same light, bro. Why do people forget this? How good was Basuma? How good was he?
But has he had a fair chance at Spurs? I feel like this is his chance.
I feel like he can still. I think he's still got another gear. He's got gears to go up now that Conte's got. I think he's gonna flourish this season.
And you know we got the number 8 shirt today as well.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And also, De Zerbi, just like how Jadon Sancho played in a certain way, De Zerbi also plays in a very specific way. Very specific, only probably reminiscent to Arsenal and City. Not so much at Chelsea, not so much at United, and not so much at Liverpool. So with Caicedo, I think, even though as I said before, I'm now contradicting myself, that his attributes mean where he goes isn't as, you don't need to be as specific. But, bro, it's not almost like, oh, he's going to bang. He's definitely going to bang. We've seen too many players fall off after 1 year. So for me, I'm still holding my breath a little bit in terms of, I want him to succeed because I think he's that good now. But being 21 and that good now doesn't mean you're going to fulfill your potential.
Let me ask you a question then.
If he hits the ceiling, how many players actually hit their maximum ceiling?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, I wanna ask you, man, this, and this is for Cass as well. So forget Man City because they're not gonna get him. But say clubs that could potentially randomly come out with a bid, yeah. Say Liverpool, yeah, if they randomly did. Say obviously Chelsea interested, and say United, and I'm not even gonna say Arsenal, they're gonna get him. Say United, Chelsea. So what was it? I said United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. What ones in order, yeah, do you think he would excel at the most, ranking all 3 clubs?
I think he excels probably at Liverpool because
what first?
Well, out of all top 6?
No. Chelsea, United, and Liverpool. The 3 clubs that could potentially randomly bid.
Liverpool, Chelsea, United.
Ooh.
I say that because Liverpool, legs, robust.
And he needs to McAllister as well.
Yeah, McAllister need legs in the right back, can fill in at the 8, and is predominantly a DM. All the 3 positions that we are lacking right now, he fits them to a T at a high quality. Chelsea, I believe, with Enzo's creativity and Caicedo's legs, that can be so much of a problem for the rest of the Premier League as a double pivot. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I ain't trying to see that. I'll be wrong. I'm not trying to see Enzo and Caicedo backing man up.
Yeah, that's a mad pivot.
That's Kante and Jorginho all over again with a bit more legs. That's dead. I ain't trying to see that. So, and then obviously you go to United, because you lot have Casemiro and are looking at Amrabat, I don't think you need, I think an Amrabat can suit you just as much as a Caicedo for
Okay, that's fair. Okay, I hear that. Yeah.
And you've also purchased Mount to play the right centre mid, so Caicedo will not need to play in the 8. You'd have to play a double pivot, which is too defensive for what I think Ten Hag wants to do now with the high line.
Okay, fair. Yeah, fair.
And by the way, guys, there's 562 of you, but only 100 likes after 30 minutes. If this was an evening and Mo and Daps was here, I guarantee a lot more of you would have liked this video by now. Maybe I lack authority in this game, but I'm just saying, if you haven't liked the video, if you don't mind, just 2 seconds of your time. Everybody that can hear my voice, that has an account, I know it's annoying at times, please hit the like button because you lot can make this 300 just like that.
Facts.
No jokes. Just like that. And then I won't even have to ask for the rest of the video, I'll be honest. So I'm gonna check over there and see where it's gone to. It's 129, so 25 of you have listened, or no, well, 26 of you have listened. How many more are gonna listen as well to like the video? It's just an ask. But yeah,
I can be objective, by the way. I'm not always shameless. I said I'm always shameless. I can be objective.
I was gonna say that you kind of alluded to the Caicedo part. I don't want to talk on Caicedo for bare long because we've got bare other stuff to talk on. Is that we can talk about the price tag, we can talk about what he's really worth, comparing to Rice and all this kind of stuff. But as you was alluding to, Mons, as it stands, Chelsea are probably the most advanced with him, right? What does this do for Chelsea's team, man? Like, in your opinion, like how, like if we're going off of what I've saw against Dortmund, a bit of a caliber of a team that's, is quite high up there. They lack that in the whole kind of midfield. I saw them getting, counter attack quite easy when they switched the ball. That's some position that maybe Caicedo can fill in. What are you saying, man? That midfield is kind of looking a little bit fake right now on paper.
Chelsea's team.
Yeah, when they're starting 11 midfield is in double pivot and attacking mid is looking, it's looking rough. It's kind of long. It's kind of
you got the techie guy with the comb over in Enzo, even though he shaved it off. You got the techie guy with the comb over with the neck tattoo who can just put the ball anywhere he wants. You've got the bulldog. You've got the bulldog who only cares about winning the ball and distributing and can cover grass. And then you got the snazzy guy who wears the night boots, who can fill in at the 10 and Kunku. It's the perfect blend. The blend is disgusting. Like, it's just, they can't get. Bro, every time the season gets closer, I'm just thinking, these man cannot get this guy. Like, it's actually nuts. Chelsea might be back, you know. This ain't good.
Best pivot in the league. Best pivot in the league if they get it. I'm with Mont. I'm stressing. If they get Caicedo and Enzo, the creativity and the control from Enzo, and then knowing that Enzo can just say, do you know what? I can actually focus on my job, because if I F up, then I know Caicedo's just getting the ball back for me. Like, literally. And I feel like with the centre-backs they've got as well, they're like, the Zazi's come in, they've got Colville, who looks cold, and also he's played with him at Brighton, so they have that little connection.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
So, like, I just feel like it's very...
And Sanchez.
Yeah. Oh my days! They've got the whole little spine going on.
You know, like,
so like when you think about it, like
they got Sanchez, Caicedo, and who's the other one?
Sanchez, the keeper, coming.
Yeah, but with Caicedo, the two of them.
Oh my days!
Colville. Hey, it's a Brighton region. You know what I mean? But like, I know it doesn't always. I know what my man Mark's saying. Football don't always work like that. But if you think about it, with a good coach like Poch and the other players they've got, like, that's a team that could if anyone's going to slack for top 4 out of Liverpool and United, right? Chelsea are the team that are going to be sniffing.
You're gonna be sniffing those panties, boy.
I'll be real. He needs. Hey, you don't want to play with Cole and them, man. Obviously, I rate Cole, but come play with McAllister. That's what you was doing. You was doing bits with McAllister. That's who you were doing bits with. Yeah, that's who
you might be lucky though, Mons, because you got, if Caicedo doesn't come in by next week, which I highly doubt, you got them next week Saturday or Sunday. That might be a little bypass. Might be a little bypass for you once. You might like, yeah, you know what? Keep the Caicedos for the other teams. Us lot at Stamford Bridge, I think it is at. You know, might be a nice one for you guys.
You say, I just think we should play Chelsea in the win against Caicedo, innit? That's fun, though. That's a nice little wager.
That's actually funny, man. 10 out of 10 signing for me, man. A bit like Rice to Arsenal, bit of a 10 out of 10 signing, regardless of the price. So it's a very good fit. It's a very good fit. Only reason I compare is because they're both DMs that can also play centre mid, are also equivalent in the same price. That's the only reason why. But second, we're talking about another DM though. Thomas Partey is being eyed up by Juve again. The links have come back. DiMarzio even confirmed it today. Juventus haven't really done much business in this market as of yet. They were linked a lot earlier, and I thought that ship might have sailed, you know. And if it's saying Thomas Partey's in talks with Juve, not Arsenal are in talks with direct with Juve, and they're talking about a 45 million euro bid from them. That changes everything. And I don't think at this moment of time, Arsenal will let him go. I don't know what you guys are going to think in the comments. Or
I'm
even
with you, you know. I'm with you.
Because I'm thinking, you know, like they were more set on the Declan Rice, Partey, Erdegaard kind of midfield, or sometimes Havertz or whatever you want to do. When you deep it, they need a DM. And they're saying Locatelli might be on the way out. You know, there's rumors of that as well. So what are we thinking on that?
You know what? If I was Arsenal, they were linked to Locatelli, funny enough, last season, weren't they? So if swap deal,
I think it was before then. Was it before?
Yeah, before then maybe. It was after the Euros or whatever. Yeah, that was
It was but a couple years ago.
If they wanted a midfielder, which Arsenal, for me, first of all, I'm agreeing with you 100%, Cass. It's too late in a window, and you've planned too much to sell Partey now, and then you need to get in another midfielder, and a midfielder that you actually want. So the only way is that if Arteta was still interested in Locatelli, you could say, right, you have Partey and I have Locatelli. That's the only way I can see it potentially working. But I'm with you. I think Arsenal need Thomas Partey this season. I feel like his control in the number 6, the way we can allow Declan Rice, or they can allow, should I say, Declan Rice to go in the 8, and then Jorginho can play certain games as well. Obviously, it's like the backup to the number 6s either way. So for me, Thomas has to stay. I can't see that happening now. It's too late in the window. When you're competing for a title, which is what Arsenal are doing, you do not want to be selling your players now. Same as Pep.
Yeah, I feel like they'll be wasting time once as well, man. With especially now that Jesus is injured, I don't think that if they're going to prioritize any signing, it might be someone in attacking line. It might be Kudus, you know. And also we got the David Raya thing, which we'll briefly touch upon it after this.
Listen, man, I'm gonna be real. See this Partey thing? You see when Partey's performing, he's better than Rice, bro. Like Rice is a good DM. But this is the issue I see with Arsenal. The reason their midfield looks a bit hot and cold at the moment is because they don't know their best midfield. My opinion, their best midfield is the obvious Rice, Partey, Odegaard, but it's not with Rice as an 8. This whole thing, this notion that Rice in the 8 is going to cook up the Prem, this whole notion, man are going to be in for a rude awakening. Play that man alongside Partey and let Odegaard roam.
Okay, so you're saying switch it, pivot.
Yeah, pivot that, because bro, I think Rice is gonna drop a shoulder, or he's gonna they want man driving into the midfield. That's not where he excels the most. He can do it to an extent, but you didn't sign a man for 100 million to do something to an extent. You signed him to play in his best position, to get the best output, to fulfill the money you've spent for him and for the future. And I probably see him as future captain at Arsenal as well, actually. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's that good.
He's that good and can be that good. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that 6 always his best position. But when Partey is at his best, is he better than Partey in the 6? No.
He's not. No. It's double pivot. I was even saying along the lines, like keeping Partey, what it does, right? Maybe when Xhaka's gone, you might lose a little bit more of an attacking output from him compared to Rice. But you know the goals conceded. Let's say Saliba or like God, I don't wish injury on no one, but if they do get injured, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice can be that more cover. Like you see how many goals Arsenal conceded last year. Now that's a drop. I don't think their goals indefinitely dropped either. You know, I think they'll still score an abundance of goals. Martinelli a year older, Saka a year older, more experience. Nketiah another year older, more experience. You know, Jesus is going to be back in probably the next 6 weeks of like properly fit and everything, or 5 weeks, something along those lines. Like, I just think like he really balanced, like Rice really balances the team, and letting Partey go, I just think it'd just be a dumb move, man. I just think it's just getting rid of
the thing is, what's confusing to me, the midfield thing, is that it seems like Arsenal are still trying to figure things out. Like, because if you do put it on paper, and I know football's not played on paper, so don't fight me for this on people, but in the left 8, in the left 8, no one is better than the Xhaka they saw last season. Havertz is not an upgrade on the Xhaka they had last year. He's not. Smith Rowe, I like Smith Rowe, but again, injuries, not really sure what's going on with him. And then obviously Fabio plays on the other side. So those are the 2 options there. Not really better than what I think is on that left 8. Yeah. If you look at Partey, I personally think that the best Partey, obviously not going to get that all the time because of his injuries, but the best Partey is still better than Declan Rice. As of now, I think Declan Rice's ceiling's a lot higher as of now. So if you're talking core upgrade of the midfield, it hasn't moved that much. I think the squad has vastly improved with Arsenal, but if we're talking first 11 quality, I don't think it's improved that much. That's why I don't even think it's going to be an 8, Partey in the 8. Sorry, I don't think it's going to be Rice in the 8, Partey in the 6, and Odegaard kind of floating a little bit higher as well. I think it's actually going to be Zinchenko when he comes back, is going to come into that almost second support with Partey or Rice, whoever plays there, and they've probably got Havertz to float further up when Zinchenko comes into the midfield.
You said Odegaard, so that's like 4. That's like 4 midfielders you put in there. So he's dropped.
No, I didn't say 4 midfielders. I said Partey, Rice. No, I'm saying Zinchenko's going to play left back. But when he inverts, he's going to come into the midfield.
And then what? Declan Rice are going to one of the forward roles.
No. So it won't be. It will be Declan Rice or Partey. It won't be both. And Havertz, I think they brought Havertz to play further forward with the front 4.
Oh, so you're basically saying when Zinchenko's back, potentially, because, right, but let's put it out there once. Rice is the £105 million signing, so he is going to play over Partey just because of the fee.
Yeah.
So Zinchenko's back, you're saying that Partey then gets dropped to the bench, basically?
I think Partey gets dropped.
I don't think so. If I'm going to go off anything I've seen on pre-season, I saw Declan Rice get into the advanced 8 position on the left-hand side, and he put in one very good ball as well down the side. That it was just there to be a tap in. Anyone could have tapped it in, and Nketiah didn't get there in time. I saw. No, it wasn't one because he kept doing it. That's the thing. But I think because Zinni's actually not just inverted; he can go forward. I've not ever thought that maybe the inverted fullback stuff. If Rice tucks in as well, and I know we're going to go off because this involves Partey, and that's why I don't think they're going to get rid of him. It suits Tierney to a T because Tierney does the overlap. Meaning Martinelli can cut in. That means Rice can just fill in as well.
I'm surprised he's still there though, Cass.
I think Tierney's gonna. I know this is maybe a hot take, and I don't want to talk too much on Arsenal tactics and stuff. I think Tierney's gonna have a wonder season because of Rice being there in the 8, by the way, because of the cover. Because that was an issue last year, because he couldn't do the inverted stuff. That's not Tierney's game.
Do you know what the maddest thing is? Do you know what this all screams?
Go on.
Depth. Arsenal cannot talk about depth this year. We've just done 5-10 minutes talking about 3 or 4 different formations, or not formations, methods Arsenal can win games this year. Zinchenko inverted, Rice and Partey together, or Havertz coming in and then Partey on the bench and then Rice plays here alongside. Arsenal, they have got depth this year. I do not want to hear anything about, you know what I'm saying? No excuse.
And if we're talking about depth, just to move on from the party, David Raya bid assumed to be rejected from Ornstein, said it himself.
Okay.
But guess, you know what the best part about that is as well, if you're talking actual figures. Ornstein also said, Monts or Ty, the figure isn't even far off. We were told all summer 40 million. They bid 23 million. If they're not even far off their asking price, that's probably about 4 million or 5. Maybe 5 might be even a stretch. They're going to secure David Raya for 27 to 28 million. When they rejected Tottenham for 35 million or whatever.
Million. That's actually true at the start of the window, hoping they'd get more. And I think this gets done because I don't know if I'm right. I might have read it wrong. Is that Turner? That not in Forest? They're putting a proper bid now, isn't it, for Turner?
Yeah, Matt Turner.
So Arsenal have to. So Arsenal actually do want Raya now. Like everyone was saying, it's basically if Nottingham Forest don't bid, then they'll keep Turner and move on. The fact that Turner is basically looking like he's going for a number 1 spot at Forest, that means now that David Raya is definitely going to be on the move potentially to Arsenal now. And I'll be real with you, I don't think Ramsdale is comfortable in that number 1 spot. Me and Cass were even saying the other day, Monts, I think there's only been a couple times where keepers have shared it. I think it was Courtois was saying, and I can't remember who it was. Check. And then do you remember when Real Madrid, when Mourinho was there and he dipped out Casillas and played that Diego Alves in the league, and they kept rotating Champions League in the league. So I'm talking top in the last 10 years, 2 or 3 clubs that have done that. So if Ray is coming in, I'm not gonna lie, he's coming in for number 1. Like he is battling for number 1. Ramsdale is gonna have to improve.
They still can get profit.
They're not 2 top keepers. They're just 2 good keepers, isn't it? Like neither.
They can still make profits. They'll make profit of it. If I don't think Ramsdale was one to let himself go and his head go. I think he will definitely fight.
He want to thrive off this.
He want to thrive. And I think if anyone thrives off harsh pressure, I can't lie, it's Ramsdale. He's been relegated and everything, and he does.
No, it's not. It depends what level you're talking. It depends what level you're talking about.
I hear it. I hear what you're saying.
He's got a little bit comfortable at times with some of the mistakes he's making. Otherwise, they wouldn't be going for Raya. Why are they going for Raya then?
No. Hear me out a little bit. Once, 1, he's young. Thank you very much, Daps. 1, he's very young. 2, he's been relegated, I think, more than once, if I'm correct. With Sheffield United and somebody else, I might be missing it. Usually goalkeepers, they get relegated or they get the form off, like when they get their heads drop and they never come back from it. It's very hard, right? He comes back strength to strength. And let's be honest, he's a good goalkeeper. He's probably in the tier 3/4 list of goalkeepers that we were doing yesterday and stuff like that. I think he'll play even better. And like you said once, maybe he's a little bit comfortable. That's why he needs someone better than Matt Turner because that's the way to get the best out of Aaron Ramsdale. I think in the end, if I'm thinking leadership qualities and everything, Aaron Ramsdale might pit David Raya, but they could learn off each other as well. In one season,
Ramsdale's got the arrogance in it that Arsenal players need right now, the confidence to say, right, let's go out and win the league. Like he's got more that arrogance. But the thing is, like, we don't know much about David Raya. We just see him goalkeeping, but we don't know what his like qualities are because Brentford are not in the media like that. But he could come in and like, what about if he's bare vocal? What about if he's like on that?
Has anyone thought about David Raya in the Arsenal shirt? How much that might weigh heavy on him as well? Because going from Brentford to a top club. It does grow.
I feel like cook, you know. Arteta being Spanish as well. They might cook.
We're saying we don't know. We don't know. We're in
how far is Raya away from Ramsdale?
I think they're both in similar. I can't lie. I'll probably pick Raya just a little bit more, just because of the distribution part of it. But when it comes to long shots and stuff, Ramsdale's clutch, bro. He wasn't the issue for Arsenal last year, more or less.
That's my point. As I said, it's not my preference, but I don't blame Arsenal for, again, just really reinforcing that depth. I think I'd rather have one keeper here and one keeper here where the drop-off isn't crazy. But if your best keeper is here, then you're always going to have some sort of inconsistency. But the fact that you can rotate at still a good enough level to maintain...
Yeah, like it doesn't matter who starts for him, and that's a comfortable position to be in.
I think also...
But in terms of... But again, I still think neither Raya or Ramsdale are like top keepers like the Ederson and stuff. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like top keepers. I still think a way to go to get there.
Okay, can I ask you something once quickly then? I'm not trying to be biased, but as Alisson, like for me, Alisson's top 3 in the world. Do you put Onana above Ramsdale and Raya? Would you put him in the block above? Or is that the unknown category for you? I wanted to see what you think of Onana.
That one's always difficult because Onana's just come from playing in the Champions League final. He's had a very good season with Inter. Even before the season where he had the madness. Remember when the madness was going on? He was actually very good then. People actually forget. At Ajax, he was very good that year before the madness kicked off.
Yeah, they got to the semis, I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah.
Before the madness happened. So I think if we're talking, it depends how you want to look at it. Onana's played at a higher level.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, facts actually. Yeah.
Under more pressure. You man telling me Ramsdale's got that dog in him for fighting relegation. How about go play in the Champions League final?
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
I'm gonna run up the lights quickly as well. Oh, do you want to finish? Are you finished once, so?
I'll finish one.
Yeah. Segue after that. We'll segue off of it. Raya is just a market opportunity. He says NLF. Wire. I haven't forgot your super chat. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. Turner leaving. Also, if you are watching this, I'm sorry. LJ Brown is it? I think his name is one of our super chatters. Big up Faizan because we missed a couple super chats yesterday. If I ever see your name and you got a question, I will highlight it. Just make sure you send it on this chat if you watch it or in the next stream if you do. I apologize. There was like 2 or 3 super chats that we didn't get to yesterday, so I apologize on that part. And big up Faizan for becoming a member. He says Turner leaving and Raya just wants us. That's why we bid only 20 M's. None of that Ramsdale is getting benched. BS. Yeah. Yeah, it's market opportunity. You're right.
I'm not saying Onana's. I'm not saying I prefer Onana to both those keepers, but on paper, yeah. But I think because I don't like to do you ain't played in the Prem, so you know I don't want to put him in any sort of category yet. That's why whenever I'm doing this keeper thing, even on my own channel, I kind of wait until I've seen a little bit of the sample size in the Prem from Onana. And I also think because Man United players aren't used to playing with him, they're so used to having the shaky type of keeper. I feel like that adaptation period. I just want to see how that plays out.
Do you know what's mad though, Monts? You know what? I've just clocked this, right? Tottenham, new goalkeeper. Man United, new goalkeeper. Chelsea, Sanchez coming in, new goalkeeper. And then there's obviously Raya potentially going to Arsenal, new goalkeeper. So when you actually think 4 out of the top 7 clubs are actually going to have a new goalkeeper coming into their team. And that's a big thing because we was even saying before, a lot of top clubs have keepers for a long period. Look at how long Edison's been there, or Alisson, just as a perfect example, or De Gea. Like, keepers don't change that often. So the fact that 4 of the big 7 clubs are getting new keepers, it's going to be an interesting, like, turnover period.
Can we keep it top 6? Newcastle are not a top 7.
Yeah. Okay, well...
Yeah. They're just big. Yeah. Newcastle are just big in Newcastle. Let's get that straight, yeah?
Yeah, fair. We'll go top 6 here. So 4 out of the top 6, yeah. I've changed their... The Newcastle fans going to get rattled now. I'm waiting for the comments just to fly out now. 4 out of the top 6 have changed their keeper, which is a big thing when you think about all in one summer. Guys, make sure you're running up the likes, by the way. There's 850 of you here, and we need to get at least 300 to 400 likes. It costs nothing. Look, I was sunbathing. I was getting a tan, but I've jumped on the stream just so you guys can watch us obviously talk football and everything. So please smash a like for Cass as well, doing this regular, and also subscribe to Big Six Bants. Monts is on his way to 10K now. I'm not doing none of this 7K business. 10K.
Hold tight, Charlotte.
Who's that?
Don't worry. If I say it to you,
off air. Oh my days.
Oh man. Let's move on to Man United. We still got Tottenham, we still got Liverpool to talk about as well. If I missed out someone, let me know. I'm pretty sure I have in any other clubs. Wyatt Anderson, it says, Amrabat, how close are you to joining United? Yeah, Daps even says hold tight, Charlotte, man.
Yeah, I'm on my way to United. I'm flying there tomorrow. I'm on my way. Ty-Rabat, whatever you lot want to call me. If Amrabat comes in and bangs, I'm running with this Amrabat thing. So you lot can do it. Saeed's stream was pamming me with Amrabat. So yeah, man, I'll take it.
Yeah. So we got a Panda here.
We got tight Charlotte.
Panda Bear.
Panda Bear.
Daps, stop it, man. Stop it.
What?
Daps, stop it.
Oh my word. Yeah, anyways. Sorry, he's just being a donut. He's a donut. He's a donut. Bad. So Amrabat is being left out of Fiorentina game. If people don't know, confirmed by Fabrizio as well. And Alfredo Pedula was on top of it first, as per usual in Italian transfers. So he's becoming a little bit of a reliable source. Long story short, he's been left out, and they're saying Fred and Van der Beek are also imminently about to leave Man United, locked in talks with Sociedad, and Fred with another club that we don't know, and it's not Galatasaray, which is interesting. But Amrabat is close, but the rumored fee is something between 27 and 30 million pounds in total.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a banger.
I can't lie, I'm excited.
Yeah, Cass, that's a brilliant signing. Like, do you know what it makes me feel like? Yeah, and I don't want it to happen, but Mons will get it as well. If you sign a midfielder like Amrabat, 27 years of age, knowing what he did at the World Cup, and he got Fiorentina to a Europa Conference League final, right? If he signs for 27 million and flops, I don't care. I don't care, because he's got no pressure. Like 27 million, I feel like that's money nowadays that I'm not saying it's light change.
Anything below 40. Anything
below 40 is kind of like, if he does okay, he's still done all right, because it's at 27 million. It's not like he's got a 70 million price tag and he has to do a certain level that we all like want to see a player do and come in for. Like Mason Mount, if he's 65 million, we want to see him change United in some big games or do something. But if Amrabat comes for 27 million, I'm cool with that, man. Like, just do your thing.
That's why I feel like McAllister has a better season than Szoboszlai.
Because of the price.
I look at McAllister and go, 37 mil. Yeah, you can bake off. You do what you do.
Yeah, like McAllister, like, even if he just improves you like a little bit, you're kind of like, you've done your thing, really.
You see what I'm saying? And even I've seen it in preseason. McAllister's looked twice the player. By
the way, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that now, Mons.
Breaking news.
No, we do add-ons. McAllister's 55 million.
What? How much is the add-ons?
What add-ons is the release clause?
Rising to 55. Don't do that. You go
release.
Go Google it. Go Google it if you want and everything.
It was a release
rising to
37.
Mons, you're not allowed to escape this one, bro. We do this.
So why are you man quoting Højlund at 70-something mil then?
Because that's what it is. 72 million. That's his package.
90 million.
No, it's not. That's euros, bro.
90 million, bro.
Euros.
Like, if you want to add, just let me know if we're doing the add-on things or not. If we're doing
once euros is 72 million pound package for Højlund, which I got hot about. Yeah, I got hot about that one. We're not doing this 35. He is 55 million because we do this for every single player. We have to keep the same energy.
Don't do it for every single player.
Yes, we do. Always does it for every team once. We're doing it for your McAllister. Anyways, back on hand, Amrabat, man, and your McAllister 55 million. Go on.
Weirdo.
Bro, you'd have done this to me as well. If I'd done the Højlund thing and said, yeah, it cost us 60 million.
No, not if you activated this release clause. If you had a release clause and you activated it, then fair dues.
Yeah, it don't matter if you activated it. You still put an add-on, G.
We activated his release clause.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. That's
hold that.
That's his fixed fee, bro. That's his fixed fee.
Respect me. You would be quoted at 70 mil, 37 mil. Respect me.
Anyways, 55 million McAllister. Go on, carry on. By the way, YouTube's acting up, so I can't see your comments right now. So my bad. Go on.
Yeah, it's moving mad. I don't know. Do you know? I just feel like this is a deal that has to happen. You know, I'm excited for it. I feel like I'm more excited for this one than the Mason Mount one. Like, that's me being real with you, you know. The Mason Mount won 65 million. I know that Eric Ten Hag wanted an advanced 8, but for me, we've always said that we need someone that has to help Casemiro out. When Casemiro was not there last year, suspended, a ban, whatever it was, we just looked like a different team. I need Amrabat in there because he can play alongside Casemiro and he can play on his ones and hold it down. And we also need a volume passer. If people haven't watched him, Serie A, I think Fiorentina are top 4 possession-based teams in the league. He picks up the ball lots. He makes a lot of passes through the lines, makes a lot of angles. This is a composed signing because I feel like Man United's midfield is a bit chaotic. You know that Mason Mount is, not going to retain the ball well. You know Bruno Fernandes doesn't retain the ball well, but they do press up high. They offer you something in the final third. But where's Man United's control? That's why our games are like tennis sometimes, end to end. And with Casemiro and Amrabat, I just feel like someone can actually just get hold of the ball in there and calm that ship down, because when them waves start going on that boat, that boat's going all over the place. And I want my boat, if I book a cruise, I want my cruise ship to go nicely. I don't want it to be rocking everywhere. And Amrabat will make my cruise go nicely. So yeah, man, I feel like 30 million, 35 million, whatever it will be, even if it was 35, is a very good deal for someone at a good age. And you know what? This is the big thing for me, Cass, right? Onana wanted to come to Man United. Mason Mount wanted to come to Man United. Højlund wanted to come to Man United. Amrabat wants to come to Man United. It's none of this Falcao, Di Maria, persuading man, chucking bare money in, they don't even want to be here. This is a different Man United now. People need to realize that in terms of transfers.
Yeah, you could say I'm going to try and be more level-headed as well. I don't want it to be heavily sounding like Man United bias. Obviously, I like the deal. Rivals like the deal as well. You can't deny that a deal like that is good. But for me, it's like it's a no-brainer. It's weird that Man United are doing negotiations as well. I'd have thought he might be a little bit better. But when you go into you either go into the Serie A market, get yourself an Amrabat for 27 million, or you go get Tonali for 60. I don't know which one you would want, but I think I know what I'd pick.
Do you know what? Nah, I'm going Amrabat, you know?
Exactly. I'm picking Amrabat as well. And they're not
far. What are you saying on that one?
Over who?
35 million Amrabat or 60 million Tonali?
Wait, whoa, 27 million Amrabat?
No, add-ons, right? So 70 million Tonali or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yeah?
It depends. It depends what we're doing here.
I thought it was a package for them. I'll be real.
Remember, with the McAllister one, his sources suggest it could rise.
You know what we're forgetting though as well? Wait, how much was Kovacic?
But Kovacic was cheap.
That was cheap, innit?
Like 40 million, something like that.
Yeah, hey, someone slap in the comments how much was Kovacic, because that's one of the deals of the summer as well. That's gone under the radar, man.
With Tonali, it depends what you want to go with.
Reverse baller.
If you want to go with longevity, you maybe want to go with Tonali as an investment. If you maybe want to go with something that is more now, but you can still get a good 3-4 years out of them, I'd say you'd lean towards Amrabat to save the money. Already.
One more.
Wait, let me mute. Wait, is Cass on the stream? Was he chatting to Daps? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm saying,
you're here. Sorry, because I couldn't hear much.
One more before we move off Amrabat. 25 million Amrabat or 50 million Lavia.
25 million Amrabat. Don't be silly.
Yeah.
Once it's a new month.
Or if you're a proper big club,
both of them.
75 million on both. Yeah,
exactly. That is.
Lavia under Amrabat. There, done.
Yeah.
No issues.
Yeah. How many likes? We are on 326 likes. Clearly, you lot respect Ty more than you respect me. Big up anyone that only respects me. Go.
75 more now. I want 400. But then we got half. And then do you know what? That's 50% of you like the stream. And I know 50% of you can do that. Come on, man. And then you got Daps on tonight as well. Then we're going to have more likes coming in as well, because they're going to talk more transfers. Harry Kane, Bernardo, Silva. There's loads to talk about tonight. So, guys, make sure you do that. Like up the stream. Also, subscribe to Big Six Bants as well. And then, yeah, what is it tonight? Is it a preview for the big game?
Yeah, so we're going to have Goonali and Daps 11 p.m. tonight. We're going to be talking on the game itself and probably little bits and bobs around this. Mike Ramsey, I did explain at the start, says why you don't read member chats, Cass? Because they don't actually appear in my chat. That's the thing. I sometimes have to flick across, and it does not help I can't actually see that physically. I can't see them. It doesn't allow me. So if you do, like, you might have to just quickly get to me on Twitter or something like that. And
also, just to stay on that, Michael, don't worry, because with the membership, stay with us, because we're gonna have some new bits coming out for you guys.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna like the new membership. Next, moving on, I'm gonna move on to Man City. Man City, I'll be honest. I don't want to go on Vardio. We done it probably last 2-3 days. It's boring. We know it. It's done. It's a bit like when who else got dragged out and finally done another like Højlund. Højlund is boring. Who else? Rice. It got boring. No point in doing that. But they are linked to somebody, and they also are keeping somebody. Bernardo Silva set to stay at the club with a new contract on the table for him, and Pep Guardiola came out today, right, and said, I don't want any player that doesn't want to be here. So if Bernardo's staying there, it's because he wants to stay there, right? And also, all this, Catalonian mafia talk over in Barcelona, like talk with the guy that got us gassed over Frankie de Jong, that Gerard Romero. At the end of the day, they can't afford Bernardo Silva in any shape, way, or capacity. And they're trying to tell the Liga that they want to go buy him. I don't get why or anything that they need it to. But all I'm trying to say is Barcelona cannot fork up 75 million, yet when they also owe them money for Ferran Torres. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Do you think then that's why he might just sign a new contract because he's been told, listen, we can't afford you. Just that's the way it is. So he's like,
well, money.
Aren't they also grabbing Cancelo as well?
Yeah, they're about to get Cancelo for like 25.
That's with the Osman Dembele money, though.
Exactly.
Don't you guys think it's insane that a player like Cancelo is going for such a cut price?
You know what? I think it's because most clubs, even top clubs, know he's an issue.
Yeah.
You know? They just want him off the
book. And also, he's probably on quite a nice wage as well. And actually, attitude-wise, Pep's that guy. He's like, if you're messing with my team's attitude, I want you out of the club. It's better for them around.
But why? Let's not act like his attitude was poor the whole time he was at City. For the best part.
But Mont, if your brethren is always being blessed and acting all good and that because things are all going his way, but as soon as things don't, he starts moving like a madman. You're gonna be like, yo, listen, like you're gonna try and tell him or like try and find a way. Like you don't want man to always move good just because everything's going good. You gotta see what they're like when the test is resolved.
I understand City just want him off the books at this point. That's why he's going for such little money. They just want man off the books. But I just don't want them to brand man as if to say, cool, you was like he has this brand that he's this attitude player.
Yeah, but he had a problem at Valencia and he had a problem at Inter Milan. So it's not like Man City's the first club.
True, I do hear that. Did he have a problem at?
Yeah, Valencia. They played him on the right wing, and then he started moaning that he weren't a right winger and this and that. And then Inter Milan, I can't remember what the fuss was there, but yeah, definitely two previous clubs before Man City.
Juventus.
Oh, it might have even been Juventus as well. He might have even had a problem at Juventus as well.
Yeah. No, he's had a problem everywhere he's been.
Yeah. Look, Daps is saying that Daps is saying 5 clubs. So.
Oh yeah, that's the point. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But Bernardo Silva set the stage. That's probably going to feel like a brand new signing, especially if he signs a new contract. But that's not where it's going to. They've just been linked with Florian Wirtz, and that's getting me hot.
Ooh, what? When did I seen that?
Just now, it's from Steve K. If anyone knows Steve K, he's not mad known like that, but if he says something, you pretty much would take a little bit of notice to it. What? He's got his own thing going on now called I think it's called Transfer Expert or whatever. I'm not going to say it's a mad link, but if they link with someone like Florian Wirtz, because I think Daps might have said yesterday, or somebody said yesterday, a City fan. If I'm going to say City fan, there's only like 500 of them. So if we break it down, it means just Daps. Along the lines that City are looking at a potential midfielder as well. Like, other than a winger, they might just look at another centre mid, especially like an attacking kind of midfielder, because Kovacic is not going to be that guy. And they acknowledge Kovacic is not the guy to be doing that kind of stuff. So they might be looking at another midfielder. Florian Wirtz probably suits that role crazy. His ball carrying is mental for one.
Talented, isn't it?
He's very talented. He's very young. And if you go look at his stats in the key areas, in key passes, progressive passes, carries, elite. And if they get this guy, it will get me so hot.
Yeah, I actually watched Leverkusen a few times last year just to see what like him and Diaby were saying. And like Wirtz you could tell he had like, with Diaby as well, you can tell that they were like a bit of levels above the rest of the Leverkusen players. What I liked about Wirtz is his movement, and I feel like that suits City so well because a lot of them are like getting into the spaces, the little 1-2s and stuff like that. And I feel like Wirtz will be able to get in them good positions where it actually helps a lot of the other City players as well. Like, look at Gundogan, like his timing of arriving into space at the right time and them little things there, like a brilliant thing. Wirtz kind of gives me a basic sort of Phil Foden type of vibes in terms of like, you know, that left foot coming in on, do you know what I mean? Like, you can glide a little bit and stuff like that. So I think it could be an interesting signing. I didn't expect this link though. It's quite random.
Oh, they're looking at developing something young. I don't know if you know much about Wirtz, Mons. I'm pretty sure you do. I think everyone knows Wirtz.
Very much, yeah.
I think Liverpool were linked to him last year.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, actually were.
They were, innit?
The thing is with this is that Man City after Vardio this is 100% true. They're looking at 2 more players, and them 2 players could be Wirtz and Michael Elise.
I love Elise. It's just
the thing is with Wirtz as well. The thing is that annoys me about he feels like he's been there. He feels like he's been balling for time. I think he's only like 21 or something.
Yeah,
you're very young.
Like, bro, why does it feel like he's been about for a minute?
You know, for a minute. He's 20. No, he's 20 years of age. He's just turned 20.
That's crazy.
That's mad. Crazy. Yeah, I feel like I've heard about him for 4 years.
Why do they always get these bad boys? Like, if they get Elise and Wirtz, it's just like, bro, we should be getting Wirtz. So why do we get Mason Mount for? Probably
they get Elise though as well. Like that's a problem because I love Elise. I rate him so badly, and I just feel like do you know what? Funny enough, I'd rather them get Wirtz than get Elise because I feel like with Wirtz,
man.
Like obviously Wirtz is a good player, but it's like what Monster's saying about Sancho. It's like if he comes into Man City, will he be able to do his thing like that? But if they get Elise, I just feel like how Murray's locked it down on the right wing for so long and that unique profile, touchline winger, and he's got that Prem experience already. I just feel like Elise could absolutely be a different type of profile that cooks for City. And also because they love the width as well. Imagine him just holding the width and then you got Foden, De Bruyne still, and all them man centrally.
Yeah, he can definitely do the job on the right or the left if need be. Bro. He's one of them type of players. You know what? If I'm going to actually liken him to a profile, it's going to sound mad, but if you go look at the way he glides and stuff, left foot, whatever, it's Bernardo, bro. Like, go look at him. If you really deep it, go watch the way he is. You know what the most like, I want to big them up. Like, just hand him the title already. Exactly, Roms. If anything, like, go look at his balance. You know, when they try shifting off the ball, he's not weak. His low sense of gravity is crazy. Like, that's the annoying. That's what I like. And that's probably the difference between him and then someone like, you know, like Aowa when he was the next best thing. Kind of weak on the ball. You know what I mean? And he gets shifted off quite quick. So, yeah, man, I think that's definitely would be a key signing, you would say, building for the future after Pep if he does leave. Mohammed says, if City get those two, league is over for the next 2 years. Yeah, and then the last part for City, by the way, they're offering Kyle Walker a brand new contract to stay.
Ooh.
Now,
I wonder if it's a 2-year thing max then, because he's obviously his age. They won't offer him a 3-year deal. 2-year deal could be respectful because he could stay one, and then actually if they sell him to America, even like I can imagine him going to like an Inter Miami even, and they just sell him for a bit of a cut price. Then cool, they get another solid year out of him. And to me as well, I feel like if Kyle Walker was gonna leave, surely he would have done it already. I don't know why.
If he was gonna leave, he would have left now.
Yeah, City, like Pep does not like to sell players last minute. Like he likes to know what's going on so he can plan if he needs to. So he's also played in a lot of the preseason games. It's not like he's actually not played at all. They've planned with him. So yeah, I see Walker staying, to be honest. Now I feel like I think him and Bernardo are definitely going to be. I think they're going to be staying in. I do.
Yeah.
And you know what? Fair play to Walker as well, because we all know as well, Walker won't play every game. But when they play them big Champions League ties away and stuff like that, that pace there, I know it's gone down a little bit, of course, over the last few years, but still, that is a unique weapon. And if they've got that, they've got that.
You know the maddest thing? You know what it is, Monster? Just to wrap up on the Man City stuff is, I don't even think he's lost any pace. I don't think he's actually lost a yard.
He's still rapid,
Obviously, he won't play as much. Again, it's more of a leader thing with Walker in experience.
Yeah. But he hasn't lost the inch of pace. I ain't seen this guy. I don't see this brother slowing down. He's ultimate. He's proper athletic, bro. It's annoying. So it's bare annoying. Get rid of this guy. Moving on to Liverpool Football Club.
Wait, back with me?
Yeah. No, we didn't talk on Liverpool yet. That's the thing.
You thought McAllister was Liverpool, innit?
Caicedo.
No. Liverpool, it's only rumors and everything, or you know, it could be true. It's Lavia.
You want it to be true. You want it to be true.
I don't care, bro. When I tell you, I don't care if Lavia goes to you or not. I'll be so honest. I don't care.
Really?
So, yeah, if someone like Amrabat or someone went to you, I'd care. If Lavia going to you, I don't care. But it says you are reluctant to go up to 50 million and pay the price, and you are looking at other alternatives, including the one called Andre. And I don't know anything about this. It's from Fluminense or something like that.
Again, that whole report,
20 million.
That one don't convince me. I believe that if Liverpool could be the unknown club going in for Caicedo, I don't see why 5 million, an excess of literally 5 million is stopping the club from going in for a player who they feel is almost perfect. I don't think he's perfect, but the club feels perfect. You know, a perfect one for that for Lavia. I don't know. I just feel like right now Liverpool are confusing me. Do you want to go big, or do you want to just get the player you want to get and move on? We still need to be in for a centre back, and we're dilly-dallying on a midfielder that isn't even overpriced. He has 4 years left on his contract. Every right to charge us 50 mil. Every right. He ain't got a year left. Got 4 years left. And
you've what? Because also you conceded 10 goals in your last 4 games, even though you're scoring. You still haven't got your DM. But you just said a question. I'm going to ask you the question you just said to yourself once. You just said, do you go out and get the player that like Klopp wants, or do you go big? What do you want as a Liverpool fan?
Go big. Pause.
Polina.
Go medium.
Polina.
I'll be real. Your guy. Amrabat for 20. What?
Yeah, I can't believe you're not in for this. This is crazy. I hope Klopp.
It has because that signing has Liverpool written all over it.
Over it.
He's built like
you were the one that everyone thought in January was going
yeah. That was getting me hot.
Obviously, and I understand Polina is injured, but obviously that's my number one personally. But if you look at someone like Amrabat, you can still get, in my opinion, with the 53 million. Remember, Saudi Arabia money that is up front. So we have now 53 million extra in sales from Fabinho and Henderson. So it's not like the money ain't there. That's what's annoying me, is the fact that the money's there, and realistically, you could have just gone and got Amrabat, and you could have also went and got Lavia still. You could have got both of them with the current sales, and only spent an excess of what? Because that's what, 73 mil. If you're looking at both of them, we've made 50 mil. Spent an excess of 20 mil. Plus Nat Phillips is going. That's 8 mil.
I'll get yourself a tackle.
But the thing, we want to go around we want to do things the difficult way. FSG, forget good signings, or forget signings, guys. Whatever you want to say, that's what it stands for. In my opinion, not Fenway Sport.
We were talking about that last night. We were saying, bro, you know, Matip is set to leave your club next summer, yeah, and you deep, huh?
Free as well.
Oh, you not seen that? Yeah, that Jesus news is true.
I told you, man, it was 5 to 6 weeks. I'm like, no, it's free.
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
That tonight. Perfect.
Anyways,
send that to me, Ty.
I was saying along the lines of like, Matip's like set to go next year, yeah, on a free or whatever. His contract runs out, and we were talking about how much neglect that the midfield's had, bro. That defense is so neglected, and if not, it's so crap in quality when you deep it. It's bad from FSG, bro. It's just like, they need a right back. There's no right back. Joe Gomez is not good enough. Konate's injury prone. Van Dijk's probably on his last legs and probably can keep going for another couple of years. That's all you really got. Matip's going to go. There's no backup centre back. We don't know how good this backup centre back is going to be. And then when you look at Shimikas, not good. Robertson looks like he's on a bit of a decline. Still can do a very good job though. It's like, bro, you need so much in that back line in reconstruction. And then you even got to think along the side. I don't think Alisson's going to get any back. I think you're fine with him. He's only about 30 anyways. So other than that, and you look at the DM situation, like you need probably maybe two. But I think I like Bajcetic. I think he's going to stay. Maybe he might be looked as an 8.
He's more of an 8 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's more of an 8 than a DM personally, but he can do the 6. That's the way I view him. So yeah, man, it's not looking good on that part. But if you don't even spend the 50 million on Lavia, I think that just sums up FSG in the last 3 years.
Yeah, and then it would have been wasting all that time to then not get a DM. Like, which
and then the neglect of the director of football as well, man. Yeah, man. It's just I don't understand that part. But the latest person you're linked with, Monts, Leicester City's Drewsbury-Hall, which I don't get.
I actually like him. I like him. I actually like Drewsbury-Hall. I can't even lie. He's actually a decent player.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't look great. Like it's like the Harvey Barnes signing with Newcastle. It don't look great, but like when you actually look at it objectively. Not a bad player. He's all right, to be fair. I think not at the level Liverpool want to be at. Do you know what I'm saying? But he's not a bad player. That Andre kid actually looks all right as well. I actually had a look at him.
You can gas him up as much as Chelsea fans gas up that Andre Santos. You know?
No, I didn't gas him up. I just think he looks all right.
I didn't say you didn't. I said you can though, because it's basically the same thing, right?
Andre Santos is going to Leicester, I believe.
No, and Andre Santos? No, he's staying at.
He's staying. I see something today that he could be going on loan. No,
that guy ain't going nowhere.
Bro, I think he's going on loan.
I think he's too good. I can't lie. I think Andre, like just off topic, I think Andre Santos is way too good for the Championship. The guy can ball. He's capable. He's physical. But anyways, back to Drewsbury-Hall. I don't understand why you linked with a centre mid.
That's my point. He's not a 6. He's not what I want. So.
Yeah, he's a good player, but he's not a 6.
Oh yeah, it's Caicedo, isn't it? He's cold as well. He's cold.
He's cold.
I like Drewsbury-Hall. You know, I actually feel like the profile that Klopp wants, and then like a number 8 more role. Drewsbury-Hall has loads of them traits, but obviously he's not a number 6. So it's like, do you sign Drewsbury-Hall, and then if you got a number 6, that's cool. But if Drewsbury-Hall is your 6 replacement, that's not the one.
I'd rather go. Listen, if you're looking at, because remember, there's a similar build of 8s in the Premier League that are kind of coming through, and there's like 3 of them. So you've obviously got Drewsbury-Hall. He's one of them. He's quite good. Ramsey from Aston Villa.
Yeah, he's good
as well. And there's also Willock at Newcastle. Those are the 3 8s that I like. Look at they're good, got good legs, vibrant, can be creative, can score goals. Those 3 players. I don't think that's what Liverpool need because our version of that is probably Curtis Jones. You see what I'm saying? That's our version of that. So, and he's in that mode. Do you know what I'm saying?
Do you think actually he can have a big season? Like, do you think this is the year that like it's like okay, I'm yourself down as a Liverpool player, or you're not here?
I'm waiting for the drop off, and it ain't happening. He's getting better and better and better and better every single game. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier with Curtis Jones with the difficult couple of years he's had to then turn things around the way he has. Unbelievable. Like even he against Bayern, he was better than Musiala. Showed him up.
Andre Santos too good, already beating Amrabat. I just like your name, big man. Simmer down. It's a lightweight curry, innit? You're not good. Get up to them ways of Madras and that. You're not that. He's not that spicy. Not yet. You know what I mean? Settle down with the kormas and that. The low tier curries like the tikka masalas and that. Yeah. All right. Why are you laughing?
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. That was sharp because I didn't even. Yeah. That was good. The way you come out with that, you didn't even rehearse that. That was just. I was like,
I learned it from months.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
Anyways, man.
And you know the funny thing is, I'm going for a curry tonight as well.
I don't mind. I had one.
Van der Ven, here we go.
I was leaving.
Van der Ven, here we go.
Yeah, last part we're going to talk about. I don't care about Van der Ven and Tottenham too much like that. But we have to talk on the Harry Kane deadline today. Deadline is today. Set by
the day today.
I think I saw
today.
It is the day today. You have.
Just cut off the city, mate. Cut off the city. Wait, hold on.
Hey, you look old. You look older now, like in a good way. You look older now. Run that again, Cass.
It's the trim.
It is the day today. You have Man City.
I've got the hat on, innit?
It's the hat. Yeah.
Hold on. You can run the clip for Arsenal fans. They have Man City in 2 days. It is the day.
I think Kane. You know what? I was actually confident that Kane went, Cass, if I'm honest, but now I'm starting to feel like is he just gonna stay one more year and see this thing out?
Yeah, they're saying €100 million bid. So we're talking about like 90. I think that's like £90 million, maybe even less to be fair. No, it is less. It's like 80, 85, 85.
Yeah, I think Tottenham want £90 million guaranteed, like €100 million or whatever it is probably.
Yeah, man. It's just I just don't know, man. There was an interesting theory come from Daps, and he said he was talking to one of his guys that spent I can't remember it word for word, right? But he was saying along the lines like Levy loves control, as we all know, anyways. And he's saying, imagine like Levy, we wouldn't be surprised that Levy puts a buyback clause on Kane, so no other rivals can take him. You know, one of them ones there. Yeah. And why is it still getting held up so much? £85 million. Do you have a take it or not? Joe Lewis is getting, you know, he's had to pay bail, you know, so we don't go to prison. You know what I'm saying? He's getting done out.
Yeah. Facts. You know what? So, put it this way: they say, right, Kane, you're gonna leave. They've got a week and a bit to basically get a replacement. So whatever they need to do with that money, they need to spend it big. If they're gonna get 85 million for Kane or whatever, they need to go out and get the Colin one and just say, here you go, Frankfurt, here's 65 million. They can't be waiting around. However, Richarlison will see it as his chance to say, right, let me become that number 9, like I'm the number 9 for Brazil. Whether he's good enough, we don't know. But that might be the sort of level up that Richarlison needs to say, do you know what? Let me actually focus on being a Spurs man. My career can get started because Kane's kind of the hold up for him. But I don't know, man.
You know, this is Bayern. Bayern already produced a record bid that got rejected. They're going above beyond their record bid. And this is a lot of money, and that's a lot of stuff from Kane. And they'll just look at alternatives. If they don't get him, they could probably go and get Vlahovic.
What do you think, Cass? Do you think he stays?
I can't lie. I think he stays. But I don't think Levy's going to wait out to the end of the window. They say it's a deadline. They might come back in for him.
I think he goes.
What, Bayern, yeah?
Yeah, I think he goes.
Yeah.
I'm in hope he doesn't, because I don't mind getting him for free next year or get him in January instead. I don't mind it.
Stop all of that. he was not coming to United.
Let's see. I hope something comes out before tonight.
To be fair, for me, the Harry Kane ship has sailed a little bit. Like, kind of don't want him at United no more because
it's draining. Now, facts. The buzz goes.
Why would you strengthen a rival?
No, because I'm kind of sold on getting Tony. I want Ivan Tony in January or something like that. I want him next season. I want him in the summer. Like, if I'm seeing Brentford getting bullied from 40 million to go down to like 27 million, I want the bully Tony and go get him for the right price too. So, yeah, man, that says, nah, I ain't buying it. This guy is such a dad, man. But yeah, we're gonna obviously wrap it up there. If we missed any news, my bad. We'll be back tonight at 11 p.m. Guna Lead, that's myself, maybe another as well. We're going to talk on the Man City Community Shield, which happens on Sunday in 2 days. Premier League is nearly on us as well. Who's live right now? I guarantee Lewis is live. Is Lewis right? Who's live? Lewis is live. You know what? I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to bless Flawless. I'm going to end this stream. It's going to take you straight to Flawless' stream. I think he's live with Matisse as well. So
nice.
You head over there, do your thing, smash a like on this video on your way out, leave a comment, and yeah, man, bless up to the panel as well.
Big
and
up
also,
everyone, man. Big up. Have a great weekend.
Stop being lazy. It's right there.
Go and subscribe.